Okay, for today's video, we will cover the last inventory valuation method, and that is weighted average. So we're going to figure out what the average cost of each unit is rather than the actual purchase cost of each unit. So again, we start with the same scenario that we have used for FIFO and LIFO. So we have an entry for September 1st. We have an inventory balance of $1,100. There were 20 units, and there was a purchase on September 5th for 15 units. They cost a total of $900. My inventory balance is now $2,000. I have 35 units. So again, we have a sale on September 6th and September 20th. But what we need to do before we calculate the sale, we need to figure out what is the average cost for each unit. So in this box here, we want to take the grand total of the inventory balance, which was 2,000, and divide that by the total number of units in stock. So we have $57.14. So that's our average cost. So we sold 10 units. So now my cost of goods sold for that first transaction is $571. So then we add in the next purchase for the inventory balance. So again, those units, those 12 units that were purchased, cost a grand total of $480, and my total units in stock. Don't forget to calculate my running inventory balance. So let's do that first. So now we have, after the first sale, we have 25 units in stock, and the average cost of those units, or the grand total of the cost of those 25 units, is $1,429. Okay, so now we have to add in the purchase from September 10th. So again, we add 12 units. So we have 37, and the total cost of those 37 units is $1,909. So before we do the next sale, we have to figure out what is the new average cost per unit. So we take the total cost of $1,909, divide that by the 37 units, and my new average cost per unit is $51.58. So now I want to make the next sale of 16 units. The cost of goods sold is $825 for those 16 units. My inventory balance goes down to 21, and my total cost for those 21 units is $1,083. Okay, so the grand total of my cost of goods sold for the entire month of September is $1,397. Okay, now you'll know if you've calculated all three of these correctly if my inventory balance of $1,083 and my cost of goods sold is in between the FIFO and LIFO cost. Okay, so if we look at the inventory balance first, is $1,083, so that's lower than $1,160, and that's higher than FIFO, which is $1,020. Okay, so it's in between. Then also, my total cost of goods sold for FIFO is $1,460, and for LIFO, the grand total of the cost of goods sold is $1,320. So again, $1,320 and $1,460. So weighted average should be in between that, and it is $1,397. So it's higher than the LIFO and lower than the FIFO. So that's the weighted average calculation of cost of goods sold and the ending inventory balance.